But now we're seeing things like boycotts with Target and how much black dollar still really can impact businesses. So like how is the black dollar still how do you think about the black dollar valued or undervalued even today?
It's amazing. I guess, Target is in the find out stage because McDonald's made a similar pronouncement that they were going to roll back their diversity goals. They did this like in November, December of 2024. And they had been on that collision course. I don't know. I think that this current administration has emboldened companies to do the things they were going to do anyway, and then say it's because they're worried about compliance. But I think what people don't understand is that the black dollar isn't just powerful because it's spent, it's how it's spent. And Black consumers are fiercely loyal because of this history, right? So if you think about, people will say folks like this type of place, Red Lobster or wherever. Sometimes it's not, and just like McDonald's, sometimes it's not about even the quality of what they're getting, and it's not about the fact that maybe they could afford something more expensive. It's the certainty that you will be treated a certain way or catered to in a certain way or seen in a certain way that makes it comfortable. And this is what McDonald's spent tons of money doing with their Black advertising campaigns and with their Black, owned places to say, this is a place that Black people know that if they go there, they'll be treated or they'll be welcomed in a certain way. During those years of uncertainty after the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 64, people wanted to reduce that anxiety, right? How will I be treated in this space? Fast forward today, the thing about Target is, Target is one of many companies that has rolled back DEI. But what Target did not understand fundamentally is its proximity to places that Black people shop. And so what they're doing, which is I think so interesting, is Target is like, well, now we're going to move more into small towns. And I was like, but again, the find out, it's this idea, it's these outdated ideas about where Black people live and how Black people engage. Because even if Target says, okay, we'll do more brick and mortar in places that, people don't care about our DEI boycott, there's still an expansive network of people who are still shopping online post-COVID. And there's still a number of urban stores that will not reclaim those dollars. So I think that it's so interesting because I think people imagine that even though we are in a more expansive period of time than, for instance, people who did the Montgomery bus boycott, consumer choice and consumer preference, I don't think that changes no matter how many choices you have. I have a million places where I can buy clothes, but I'm still buying clothes from one or two places that I've always bought clothes from, right? And so I think that, I think that I don't know what Target thought, but, you know, here they
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, no, I think you're absolutely right on that because the other thing is, Target definitely didn't understand how much I guess black people enjoy Target because there's even, black people say, oh, Target. They'll say, I'm going to
Mhm.
Target. All of it's kind of ingrained in the culture. And then you had Target was one of the big components in black entrepreneurship. So you had a lot of people that
Mhm.
had products and CPG brands or consumer, product goods in Target. And I think there was a real relationship that black people, I mean, I guess Target must have not have seen it, but that had really, black people had a strong affinity for Target over even places like even Walmart, even though black people shop a lot about Walmart as well. But
Well, and I also think that it's like, it's part of the brand, but also Target is filled with stuff you don't need. That's how
that's
Target
true.
makes their money. It's not the Tide. It's the like, oh, this is cute. Tabitha Brown has a little t-shirt. Okay, I'm gonna buy this little like, this sweatshirt that has an Afro pick. This is kind of cute. That's how Target makes their money, I believe. And so when people are not going into a Target, and when people are being disciplined about how they're spending their money, it's like all these people went to Costco. Target has a lot more interesting and fun things to buy, but Costco has the necessities, and Costco did not make this, turn. And so people are like, okay, I'm just going to buy my laundry detergent. And I guess in this economy, I really shouldn't be buying things I don't need anyway. And so I think that there are a lot of different consumer motivations on why people distancing themselves from Target didn't hurt them as much as a consumer as maybe they even first thought they would, or even Target said, like, okay, people will come back. And they just didn't.
No, that's a good point. I think about it even from like my economics class where we talk about normal goods and luxury goods. And kind of with your point, like Target has those moments of just those luxury goods that's like, oh, I got all the other good stuff. Let me just go ahead and get this because it makes sense to have at my house. If you enjoyed that clip, make sure you head over to www.bookupapp.com to download our app so you can connect with your favorite bookish content creators, start conversations, and start your own book club.